Have you ever waited to pick up a knife until your channel of choice takes a moment to review it? It's sitting there, available on the website. Time is ticking by, and in some cases, they're selling out, and yet you wait. The good news is that you're not alone. But here's the deal. I get requests to review different knives all the time, sometimes from companies, sometimes from members of the audience. It's the latter that I take the most seriously because I am dedicated to making content on this channel that people want to watch, that people care about, and that they're entertained by. So, during a live stream, when a channel member asked if I would review the new Kubey Sylow, a sweet new design from James Lowe made by Kubey, I couldn't resist. Let's go ahead and talk about the Kubey Sylow. Hey, how's it going, everybody? If you're new here, welcome in. And if you've been here before, smash the like button on the way in. I'm Rollshambo, the connoisseur and collector of all things sharp and shiny. And today I'm excited because I'm reviewing a knife that was requested by the live stream audience. If you haven't checked out the live streams, those go down every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And there we were enjoying our live stream. And somebody said, hey, are you going to check out the new James Lowe design? Because I'm on record saying that I really like his designs. I think that they're really crazy and out there, but they also weirdly make sense. And I'm a fan of that. And so I reached out to Kubey and I said, hey, can we do this for the people? The people want to know what my thoughts are on the latest and greatest from you and James Lowe, and they sent this my way. So a big thank you to the live stream audience and a big thank you to Kubey as well for sending this in for review. Let's talk about just how good this design is, because it's sold out in quite a few places, but it is still available on kubeyknife.com. And of course, I will include my link and discount code to that website in the description down below. This costs $156 unless you use my discount code, which is RS20LT. So what does your hard-earned dollars get you? Because with the discount, this is a roughly around $125 knife. This is a nearly full size, coming in at 7.9 inches long. 3.5 of that is going to be this cryo-treated 14C. And if you're not familiar with cryo-treated 14C, it's different than, well, pretty much 14C 28N anywhere else. It's still highly corrosion resistant. It's still highly tough, but Kubey uses the cryo-treat process to get the Rockwell on their 14C to 60 to 62. 99% of the other 14C knives you see out there are somewhere in the realm of 57 to 59 Rockwell. And believe it or not, that 2 to 3 Rockwell makes a huge difference in wear resistance. But also 14C is a great steel in general because it's so tough. You can give it a very slicey edge profile and increase the wear resistance just by knocking down that edge profile to something like a 17-degree edge. It just performs really well. And it's also not going to rust on you, which I think is pretty great. Aside from that, the handle scales are these beautifully stone-washed, dark-washed, frag pattern titanium handle scales, which are nice. I really love this finish. Kubey has this available in a couple different options. You can get it in, silver or gray and blue accents, or you can get it, in all blue, which I think looks pretty cool too. You can get it in black and gold accents, but my favorite by far and away is the stone-washed version because it's going to resist wear and tear, or at least showing that wear and tear really, really well. It gives it a rugged look. It gives it a rugged feel, and I enjoy that. The action's running on ceramic bearings and the single-sided captive pivot. In true form to Kubey, we've got T8 hardware all the way around, hallelujah, a nearly half-length titanium geared backspacer, and this blind screwed 3D milled titanium pocket clip, which really makes the ergos feel they feel really good. Yeah, I like that a lot. Speaking of the ergos, check out all of that jimping. Normally I'm up here saying, well, the jimping is good. I just wish that there was more of it. But in this case, nobody, and I do mean nobody, is going to say that because we've got plenty of it. We've got 2 peaks here on the spine of the blade, so you can choke up and lock in right here, or you can choke up and lock in right here. fits the thumbs perfectly. Excellent control here. Now, you might call this a modified sheep's foot. I might call it a Wharncliffe. We'll meet somewhere in the middle and just agree that it's a very useful blade shape for doing utility style cuts. The Box Destroyer 9000 type blade shape, and it does not disappoint. The lock on here is a frame lock, and that's going to be locking out somewhere around the realm of, 30%. How does it do? It does great. No wiggle, no jiggle, all's good. The action is very drop shut, and the blade is perfectly centered. So there's your quality of life type things. Now, what about the people who like to deploy and, close their blades all day long? It's got this really satisfying click when it falls shut. And yes, that is a bit of a guillotine. No shake, no shimmy needed. That falls shut. The deployment options are, well, there are two options. You've got the deployment hole right here, which is kind of this oblong shape. I actually really like that. That looks nice. It's more useful than a thumb stud in the way that a thumb stud could potentially get in the way of a guided sharpening stone. In this case, you just don't have to worry about it. Nothing interrupts the cutting path. But also you have this front flipper. Yeah, so you got front flipper, you've got deployment hole. Can you thumb flick it from the deployment hole? Absolutely. With authority.
Respect my authority!
With authority. It goes in and out pretty well. I prefer the reverse flick personally, but you can do, pretty much whatever you desire. So let's talk about what I like and what I don't like. I love the fact that we get consistency from Kubey with T8 hardware, single-sided captive pivots. We frequently get back spacers. I love the heat treat on the 14C. Kubey's heat treat in general is just amazing. If you guys saw my video recently on the Devo Tallboy and the Devo Fireball, those are both S90V blades made by Kubey that come in somewhere around 62. And it's no different on the 14C. They just do their steel really well, and I love that. I'm a big fan of this blade shape because it's kind of a utility style blade, but it's done very aggressively. And I think that that's fantastic. The knife is very high quality for the money. As far as what I don't like, it's a very short list, and it contains one thing. Can you guess what it is? It's the fact that this is a front flipper. Yeah, now I don't know if it was never intended to be a front flipper, but I've really got to crank my wrist to the side to get it to front flip. I cannot front flip this without turning my wrist. So it's not really a deployment option that I enjoy. It's not something that I'm going to use. The good news is that it's something that you can ignore entirely. And honestly, I do. I'm not going to be front flipping this, but I will be carrying it quite a lot because it's a very good performing blade, very well made by Kubey, and the design just kind of speaks to me. I like the aggressive nature of it, and I also like the fact that it's very utility friendly as well. They did a great job. James Lowe making a name for himself on yet another great design. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. What do you think of the Kubey Sylow? Is this something that interests you, or is it going to be a pass? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you liked the video and you haven't done so yet, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And by the way, if you want to watch more awesome knife and EDC content, click on one of the videos that pops up next.